A new report from the Labor Department shows new claims for unemployment benefits rose for a second straight week.
That's right. The latest report comes as the economy created a robust 528,000 jobs in July. The Labor Department says 262,000 people applied for first-time jobless benefits in the week ending August 6th. That is an increase of 14,000 from the previous week. The latest numbers reflect the highest level of new claims since November of last year.
Joining us now for more on this is Kayla Bruun. She's an economic analyst at Morning Consult. Kayla, thanks for joining us. The jobless claims data can be choppy week to week. We know that. What stood out to you in the report, and how do you think it factors into fears over inflation and recession, which we haven't stopped talking about for months now?
So, hi, thank you for having me on. If anything, this latest report on the UI claims is actually less surprising to me in some ways than what we saw with the larger labor report about jobs gains last week, just because a slight slowing in hiring or a slight increase in layoffs is a little bit more well aligned with what we've been seeing in terms of consumer spending. We have a similar metric that we track independently at Morning Consult as well on a weekly basis, our weekly lost pay and income tracker, and it tracks really closely with UI claims. And what we've been seeing there is really at the industry level, where we're starting to see a little more slowness is actually in the leisure and hospitality sector, as well as construction. And what that's saying to me is that although we have been seeing very strong spending on travel categories, things like that, as consumers come out of the worst of the pandemic, those businesses might be anticipating that after one vacation, consumers maybe have scratched that itch and may start to pull back spending, especially in light of inflation. And then on the construction front, of course, with higher interest rates, that means higher financing costs for builders and potentially taking on fewer projects and needing fewer workers.
Yeah, that one vacation ended up being more expensive than a lot of people thought, so they said, let's stop there, right? So, Kayla, as we know, though, there are still nearly 2 job openings for every unemployed worker. Employers are complaining about labor shortages. So, still we do see these unemployment claims ticking up, which brings to the question of whether the workers simply aren't applying for these jobs. Where are the workers? Where have they gone?
That's been the big question. It is a little bit mysterious, and it is the one glaring non-positive thing that we saw in the jobs report last week, which was really that the labor force participation rate isn't picking up. It's still way below where it was before the pandemic. And most likely what's driving that gap in labor force participation now versus where it was is really a combination of factors. We actually have a survey where we ask consumers on a monthly basis if they're not looking for work and they don't have a job, why aren't they? Right. And somewhat surprisingly, given what we're seeing with spending, a lot of consumers are still actually citing public health reasons or COVID-19 as the reason that they're not looking for work. Another really big trend and a big factor in this was really the early retirements, because so many people retired during the pandemic earlier than they were initially planning to. And unlike a lot of other reasons during the pandemic that kept people out of the workforce, once you're retired, you're probably not going to come back and keep working.
Unless you get bored, right?
Yeah,
Some people get bored.
And given the state of the economy, it made sense for especially a lot of women to leave the workforce. Childcare is so unaffordable. I personally know so many women who decided, well, we will have to do with one income because they can't afford,
it is
nanny
still
or
so expensive.
pre-K. So many reasons. So what you're saying, the data says the jobs are there, but Americans are still reporting that they're not being able to find work. Why are job seekers, the ones seeking jobs, having such a hard time finding employment with so many positions available?
That's another good question, and another kind of convoluted situation that doesn't necessarily have a clear-cut answer. But one thing that we do know from our consumer surveys is that consumer priorities have really shifted a lot as a result of the pandemic. You mentioned about childcare, things like that. Consumers are now feeling like they have a little bit more bargaining power in terms of flexibility, maybe wages, maybe location. There were all of these changes brought on by the pandemic been factoring into what consumers are now looking for in the jobs that they want.
Right.
And employers, although they have all these openings, they're not necessarily job descriptions that align with what consumers and workers or potential workers are now looking for and willing to accept.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, job openings are not lining up with expectations, right? I think one of the things that a lot of people felt in the pandemic is that they maybe were working too hard for too little money, and now they're not willing to go back to that exact same situation, right?
I want to find a passion too, and say, hey, I can do it.
Right. Well, complicated
and
factors.
with inflation as high as it is, there is that gap between the wage gains and inflation. Wages aren't rising as fast as inflation. So you're absolutely right that with things so expensive, wages are a big bargaining piece that potential workers, I'm sure, are prioritizing a lot.
All right. Well, Kayla Bruun, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your insight.
Thank you.
And we're going to take